welcome to Authentic Conversations with Nyoka. You're in for a treat today, a really musical treat, and it's gonna be with this longtime artist, music producer, songwriter, L Spikes from Atlanta, Georgia, and he has been doing music for a while, and we want to just get with him and talk about his journey that he's been on and where he's at today. So, L Spikes, come on in. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Awesome, awesome. Better than I deserve. But I
Amen.
want to thank you for coming in today to tell us your story and to tell us where you're going with this music thing. I know that it's one of your great passions, and we want to hear what's going on with you.
All right, all right. I'm willing to let you all know.
All righty, so we're going to start from the beginning. The beginning of, okay, how did you first begin to enjoy music? What thing was it? Was it church? Was it something in school? Was it a family member? What was it that when you were a child? What was it that initially sparked your interest in music?
Well, pretty much, my age was around 7 years old, and I had a god brother by the name of Leon Combs, and we called him Punkin, and he was a trumpet player at Price High School, and I mean he was a talented trumpet player, and we used to hear the bands play. It was back in the '70s, and they would play Earth, Wind, and Fire, Commodores, the Whispers. I mean, you name it. The bands were really that talented back in those years, and that really pretty much helped me build a rapport with music right then and there. At that time, as a youngster, I would say in elementary school, that's when I pretty much wanted to learn how to play the drums. So I had opportunity to work toward that lesson by getting training on a drum pad, playing the cadres and being able to understand notes at that time. And that was pretty much in elementary school.
Okay. And so, what happened after elementary? Did you meet some new people? What was going on around that time?
Well, as I moved from elementary school, I had opportunity to move to Crawford Long Middle School, and I had opportunity to work with Miss Huggins. She pretty much took me in under a beginner to intermediate concert band, again as a percussionist, and I had opportunity to work within those lanes and work with some other talented musicians in the band. I was always curious about different instruments in the band, like trombone, because I was interested in the slide, where that slide back and forth with that instrument. But overall, she was definitely a testament to me growing within the band as a percussionist.
Okay, I know that seemed like I'm imagining that was probably really fun to get those with all those different sounds to see how that those instruments created those sounds
Oh yes, it
and
was wonderful.
how they made music. Because I recall when I was even in high school, people were like, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to join the band, you're going to join the JROTC, you're going to get cheerleader, you want to be a majorette, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I know I can't join the band. So I cannot think of what instrument I would be playing. So I knew that wasn't my thing, but I did thoroughly enjoy music when others played it.
Oh yes, most definitely. And of course, I have to give a testament to Mr. Stokes. He was a recruiter from George High School, where I attended and graduated from. And he came to Crawford Long Middle School at the 8th grade level for those students that was transferring over to George High School. We had an opportunity to join the band and really tune in to our instrument more and more. This gave opportunity to march more so than just do concert band. That we did have concert performances based on, the occasions, but it was only a selected few that would play within the concert band in high school. But I was primarily in the marching band, and that was a great experience. I tell you, we had the opportunity to play Dallas in the band rehearsal hall. You would think you were watching the television show when it's coming on. It was just that talented of musicians that was there playing. And I mean, it wasn't, the focal point was really about being disciplined and knowing your instrument. And that right there just came out so clean with Mr. Stokes.
And that showed the true talent of people being able to learn and pick up those things, because everyone, maybe have tried it, but not have been, they might not have been talented at doing it. So that's the teachers that really have a passion for music,
Right.
I think it's really wonderful that they use their talents to teach others.
Oh, yes. And I also have to give another testament to Mr. Fanoa. He came from East Atlanta High School, and he pretty much taught us as well. I tell you, there was one tune we played on the regular by Anita Baker. I think it was a love tune. Man, I'm telling you, we wore it out. I mean, we as soon as we clicked up and started playing, we knew exactly what he was gonna bring to us, Anita Baker. And I mean, that she was hot, she was doing her thing. It was something about a love song, but I mean, we always cranked that one up too. Yeah, it'll come to me sooner or later. I can't remember.
But that's wonderful. I think that's good. Those songs, it could be all types of songs, love songs, rap song, or a jazz song, or funk. Um, so it's good to have all those different types of genres of music to know how to play, and really give the people, the audience, a good listening experience.
Oh yeah, and again, as I reach back on my god brother Leon Combs, Punkin, as him being a trumpet player from Price High School, that allowed him to go to Morris Brown as a section leader in the band, as well as become a drum major at Morris Brown College. And then he had opportunity to go on tour and play with Cameo, Confunction. I mean, there's a lot of the bands that he had opportunity to come in and play with his talent, so playing that trumpet. So, it's a blessing to own up to that instrument.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It can take you places you never imagined.
Most definitely.
And that's why it's important to stick with what, the talent that God has given you, to stick with it, because you just never know when that hit is gonna be a hit, when that song is gonna be a hit. So, don't get weary in well doing.
Oh yeah.
All right. So moving on to what we're in high school now.
Yeah, we pretty much coming away from high school. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add, I had put a group together by the name of the Source Band. And it was 4 members of the band, and I had opportunity to put this band together, write, be a musician within it, and allow some of the members, to work together, and get some things going on, and understand that there was other talents in the city of Atlanta back in our day, and they was pretty tough and clean with their sound. So I wanted to experiment with putting a band together. We had a good 2-year run, but we never recorded. But we just played, and we was trying to get things on base with some original stuff. But some individuals wanted to kind of go their way. But it was a learning experience for me to engage on that, to let me know how it is to work with groups, as well as when I set that apart, I kind of went a solo lane. And of course, that was short lived because I wanted to learn about the business. So I can say I've touched some areas. Yeah.
So with the let's talk about the band that you formed. You said it was called the Source Band in
Yes, the
high
source.
school. Um, what type of music were you all doing at that time?
We was doing R&B.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you all singers, or did you have any instrument people that played the instruments?
We had singers and we had instruments. We had keyboard, drums, and bass, guitar. Yeah,
Hmm.
and possibly saxophone as well.
Okay. So that was a lot of things coming together, and also I know that with any type of group that you form, you have to also deal with the personalities of the people. So that can sometimes they can be sometimes you can be talented playing an instrument, but then you have to know that you um, vibe well personally. Um,
Oh, oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. These guys went to my high school, and I kind of picked up on their personalities. We young, silly, but they had good intentions to, do it, and we came together and gave a good run. But they was into girls, and they wanted to kind of float in that direction. But when we came to rehearse, I used to kind of be on a time thing. And I might have got on their nerve. I was pretty much the one, pushing. And
mhm.
it's like that when you're dealing with guys in a group, and it can be hard headed sometimes.
Right. Do you recall one of the songs that you all created at that time?
Yeah, we did a tune titled "Old Girl." Yeah,
Oh, girl.
yeah, "Old Girl."
You,
That
can
was
you you remember one line? Can you sing one line of it?
yeah. I think it went like, "Oh girl, girl, oh, oh girl, girl, 'cause I wanna be with you all my life." One more time saying, "Girl, oh."
So you
Yeah,
was into girls too, huh? You said
yeah,
that.
but I had to be disciplined to hold the group together.
Right. You were
But
more
that came,
disciplined.
but that came from being in the band, because you can't be in the band, slacking. You had to be on point. I
Mm,
know people see this drum movie, you know, can't watch a band movie. That's real.
right.
There's no slacking. You got to be on point, or else you have to get pushed back down the line. Because you can't be disciplined. So a lot of pros and cons with it.
Hmm.
So
So with after the source band, and then you started your single. You did a solo part, a solo, I guess, career start to kind of see, what kind of skills or what you could do on your own. Um, what was your? Did you have a name at that time? What was your name?
well, when I did the solo thing, I was called Lenny for short, and I just put live on there because I thought about Lakeside. It's all the way live. It's all the way live. So I said, well, let me just put Lenny Live on there. And
Uh-huh.
then it kind of went from there to L Live. So I kind of went with that. And I said I did about a year with that solo thing. And I recorded guess one song or two. But again, I kind of got away from the group. That's when I started really getting into the recording and understanding how to go about getting that done as well. So that's pretty much how that became. But
Okay.
again, I had to learn the business. That's the main ingredient to all of it.
Right. So was that around the time when you and my father connected?
Well, me and your dad, my uncle, we connected when I put the Source Band together. Um, he was really impressed with me coming to him, letting him know my idea as far as how I was able to bring songs that I took time to write for him to hear them at my age, and again, out of that discipline and understanding, is this really what you want to do? And I proceed on that. And, I used to listen to a lot of Jeffrey Osborne, People Bryson, um, I mean, you name it, and used to read the back of the album covers, understanding who did what is A and R label, who was Capitol Records, all that good stuff was on the back of those albums back at that time. So it was something that I wanted to do, and he pretty much got with me and said, okay, let's do it.
So what did he help you do exactly?
Well, he became a manager. He wanted to make sure that I understood that he was going to be there for me and protect me based on what it is that I'm trying to put together. And of course, at my age, I always was dealing with the English teacher. I would ask questions about copyright. I would ask questions about music publishing. I would ask questions to understand, what is this? How do you get involved in a BMI or ASCAP? That's what was happening when I was in high school back in the day. And once I understood that, I was good to go.
Mm-hmm.
I knew how to get things done in that respected manner. So when I worked with your dad as my uncle, he was really like enthusiastic about the things that I'm doing and how I want to proceed and move forward with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's wonderful. I was very young around that time when my father, Bobby Pearson, was helping you. But I do remember some late nights when, you guys would get together and he would take you to the studio and, you would sing your songs and everything. And I know that it was a lot of hard work involved in those in the process. And
Oh,
nothing happens easy. If it does happen easy, most of the time it's not worthwhile. So you have to stick through, persevere through every step until you get to the destination which you were seeking.
oh yeah, most definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
yeah, yeah. It was definitely an awesome ride, with him working with me. I appreciate him working with me on a class recording song. That was really a great entertaining time with him. I had a lot of my friends from high school that participated in that. Um, and it was just a joy to see him smile and really feel what was happening on that level. So I definitely gonna miss him. He was definitely a testament to me big time. And I'm still striving each and every day. And even though I'm older, he's still with me, and I'm still showing him, hey, I'm doing this for us. And and he made sure I was sharp and not to be taken for granted on. And it's funny because I had this guy approach me, and again, I'm young, and most people who older, they would think, oh, I got something going on, and I want to see what I can do to get something out of this guy.
Mhm.
And at the time, I was writing, and a few people knew I could write, and this guy was asking me, he said, hey man, I heard you be a writer, man. Won't you come to the studio and write for me? So I said, what's in it for me? I won't ask that question. And so he looking at me as a young buck. So I'm like, hey, what you got? He said, man, I give you all the free studio time you want. Well, that wasn't gonna work. I said, what about my publishing? Dude went away from me. He couldn't say anything because he thought that he could just get over on me, thinking that, oh, this guy's naive. He want to get in the business and he'll do whatever. No, dude, you're not gonna just think I'm gonna go for that. I'm going for all of it. If I'm gonna get involved with something, I want my name to be present. I want my name to be a part of everything because I had that support, that training, and being disciplined and being smart about things.
Right, and that's very important. I mean, people will try to take advantage of you if you don't have the knowledge. And
Yeah.
it's important to know that, okay, yes, yes, I love singing, I love music, I love the whole thing, but I also want to get some credit for what I'm doing. There's a greater vision than just the singing. There could be profit made with your talent. And
Oh yeah.
people will, like you said, they offer you the studio time. And some people fall for that because they were like, yeah, I can go in there and sing. I can go in there and, do my thing. But they ain't get no kind of credit for it. And then the people that's running the studio will take your music and put their name on it. And you don't have any kind of say so. So it's important to have that contract, the fine print. You read the fine print and
Yeah.
know that and have someone that can represent you well, not just someone that want to take advantage of you. Uh, so that's a really important thing.
Right. That's the
Um,
reason. Well, that's the reason why I decided I would go into schooling for music business management to learn about the business of managing because there was a lot of friends of mine who had opportunity to get deals and they were very unhappy.
mhm. Right. So
Uh,
what school did you attend to learn about the business aspect?
I went to the Atlanta Art Institute of Atlanta. That was back in 1988. Yeah.
Okay. And
So it pretty much broke down the music and video business and how it works together. But at that time, that was a fresh class, and we had opportunity to really get grips on how the business worked. A lot of times, a lot of artists, you can't blame them, but they be into their talent, and they don't really take the contracts time to read them, and they be so excited to get on, and you gotta have an entertainment lawyer, and manage it, but you gotta drill your manager, you gotta drill the entertainment attorney as well, lawyer, to understand what you're getting yourself in too, and not just be so happy you got a deal, because a lot of them, a lot of resentment, regrets, falling out, and that's when I said, I like to protect some of these people, but I had opportunity to do a lot of that throughout the years. So that's what I did. Business management, I did personal management, um, and it was pretty good thing to do because people don't know.
right. Yeah, we all need some kind of direction on which way to go and how, the best way to do things. Um, and I'm glad that you took on that role to help others in that way. So once you finished the schooling at the Art Institute of Atlanta, what did you do in your life after you went to school?
Well, I definitely dealt with life hands on, understanding what artists I dealt with a lot of local talent, to try to bring them up to speed on trying to get them, in the right lane. Um, Again, it still goes back to discipline. And I've had some success stories, and I had some that failed, but you have to understand that it's a business. It's 10% music. The rest is 90% business, So um, great talented people that I've had opportunity to work with and bring forth to the table. But sometimes people freeze up when that opportunity is right there in front of them. It's really a big thing. But those that had opportunity to get in there and do some things, that's cool. I didn't stay within management with them probably, to go further with their careers, but just being able to jump off their careers, that's pretty much what I've done. But I always felt that if I give, I'd be blessed for it. So, it's a blessing to give and still uh, help get involved in lanes of production with different musicians, different studios. I mean, just hands on, I was involved in a whole lot of things and, got connected with a lot of people, So it was a big growth period in my life.
Right. And again, like I said, dealing with different personalities. You may be great at singing, rapping, playing music, but it's your discipline. Like, do you have a good attitude? Are you respectful? All those things come to mind. And is people need some direction. They need that guidance to know what to do, how to do it, at the beginning and at the top level. So, I think of you as, a teacher. I think you are a great teacher, and I encourage you to keep on, teaching others, because the wheel doesn't need to be reinvented. It's already been done, many times, as we've seen with other people's careers. It's
Mhm.
just a matter of, more teachers out there to teach. Okay, you don't have to go through the same mistakes I went through. Let me help you, start at a better point than I did. Um, and that's very uh, a very good thing to be able to have as someone that already is knowledgeable of certain things, and you don't have to start from ground zero.
Right,
So, mhm.
right. I just believe in doing the right thing. That's what my uncle put into me. Do the right thing. I just can't lead somebody and leave them. I need to get them where I need to get them to, but it's on them to continue to drive because it's their career. I'm not
Right.
I'm not the one in their career. I'm helping them to manage their career. But again, overall, those years of work with so many talented people, and plus, dealing with life itself, um, I've always kept it in my heart to continue to pursue music. I continue to work with gospel stage plays. I, continue to do a lot of production works and things. But overall, it's been a good ride for me.
Mhm. Right. And so, being that you mentioned that you have worked with, the gospel plays, and then you got an opportunity to meet, so many more people, so many celebrities, and different people. How has that shaped your life now? Like, okay, now in 2020, you know, you've had so many experiences. Where are you now? Like, how has those things shaped you into what you want to do right now?
Well, it's funny you asked that question. The thing is, I well, before 2020, it was 2019, and I decided I would just come out of management, just kind of time to get out. um, I wanted to um, focus on some things that I've done with the group back in the day, and I had these lyrics and put up with dust. It had dust built up on it, and I had to go in there and blow some of the dust off and try to bring this stuff back alive. So, what inspired me to come back into the singing was a Junior, the artist Junior. He's from the UK. He did that tune. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you work it all.
Yeah.
So I was connecting with Junior in 2019 and checking out a lot of his YouTube work, and I was surprised he had a 2017 project, and I'm like, man, this dude came out in 1982. I'm like, this dude right here still putting it in. So he really got me in tune to myself. And again, this other tune he did, it was titled Too Late. Too late, too late, baby, bye bye. Now it's my time to go. That was two classic hits that he brought to the States over here. And I mean, they really slammed back in 1982. And, I'm like, man, this guy's amazing. So he really motivated me, to pick up the pieces and, get in gear to build up L Spikes as what I go by now. Still, I still can be called Lenny, but I'm just putting spikes on there now. Yeah.
Yes, I recently saw that Freddie Jackson, he has I think he has a podcast now. So, I don't follow music um all the time. I do enjoy music. But I remember, some of Freddie Jackson hits back in the day, and I was surprised to see him pop back up, on mainstream TV, talking about his new project. So, it's never too late to do what is in your heart to do, and to get your message out there to the world.
Yeah.
Um, I think
Yeah.
that's important to continue to do that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Most definitely. I definitely respect all the legends out there. I even respect the independent artists, that's out there getting it in, because I'm independent myself. So, I just want to, give everybody love as far as what they do. And, I'm just going to be me and do me because, I'm doing this for the ladies as well. My music is really relationship based, and, I just want to show and tell the people, and speaking of women, that you are loved, you are cared about, and you're cherished. And, I still believe in chivalry, so that's one of the things that got me into writing and building off other artists that I grew up with and who I feel today. I tell you, the guy Kim, he's another one, a great reporter. Those two guys there, man, they something else. They're special singers and writers, and I really dig them, and I like grown and sexy music, so that's what I consider myself as that type of artist, So I just want to fulfill my lane and give what I can give to it as well. So shout out to Kim and Greg Report on their due diligence as far as what they've done over the years.
Right. So 2019, you decided to go back and pull out the tracks you had already curated and get them back live again. And I see on your Instagram and your Facebook that you've been coming on to share some of those things, share some of the lyrics, even from other artists' songs, to get your voice heard. Now, I know that you had mentioned, this is a previous conversation, something I never heard of. I guess I never knew. You talked about crooning.
Oh
So
yeah.
can you explain what is crooning?
Well, crooning is a vocal that is laid back. It just gives you relaxation of singing, and it's real cool to just really, take it easy. You know, famous singers like Nat King Cole, Sammy Davis. Um, they were definitely those type of guys that could deliver that crooning spirit of singing, and that's pretty much where I get that from, as far as being a crooner from those guys.
Can you give us an example of what crooning would sound like? What how how would I croon? I don't know.
Oh wow! Let's see here. I'll just do a melody for you. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it can go in different directions, but that's just me, my style of crooning. I know it can be a lyrical base too, but I kind of get off on melody and some lyrical aspects in there. But yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. So now I think I recall you said you have some songs that you have produced that people can hear. Tell me about that. What are the titles and where can people hear those songs?
Okay. Okay. Actually, I have a song out today that I'm promoting. Is titled "I," and I have it on the YouTube as L Spikes. And I also have a mixtape song titled "Take This Ride." I kind of put two genres out at the same time, just to make myself relevant to the people, to listen to what I have in both lanes. I is the original song as a single that I have, and I dedicate that song to the ladies, and as well as the mixtape song "Take This Ride" is dedicated to the ladies as well, but it's in a sexy way. But hey, that's what I'm doing, growing and sexy. So I think that they can find both of those selections on YouTube under L Spikes, as well as my Facebook page, L Spikes, as well as my original Facebook page, Leonard C. Spikes. My Instagram is L Spikes Official on Instagram. So again, I'm just happy, that I was able to deliver those selections. A lot of people say, man, you came out pretty quick with that, but I still had it. It wasn't like, oh, you kind of fell off. I mean, it's been a long time, so I wanted to make sure I come back with something that would be definitely likable.
Right. I know that your music is definitely for the grown and sexy, and it is intended for the ladies. So, ladies, if you like that grown and sexy vibe, L Spikes will help you to enjoy some good music.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that you continue on learning different things, educating yourself and educating others through music. Your voice was given to you by God, and use it in a good way. I know that many people will be blessed by hearing you sing those lovely songs to the ladies. So I want
Oh,
to thank you, L Spikes, for this time. This has been a great interview session, a great authentic conversation with me.
Yes.
And I want to send the people over to your page, L Spikes.
Yes.
Please follow him, like his music, comment on his music, and there's more to come.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely more to come. I enjoyed you.
I enjoyed you as well. We'll
Okay.
see you soon.
Yeah. All right.
All right.